What's going on, guys? KDG here, back with another video on Tales of Crestoria, and in today's video we're going to be going over the next premium summons coming down the line, SSR Yuri and SSR Rutee. So should you pull, should you save your gems? We don't know yet. Let's take a look at these units, look at the memorial stones, compare them, see if they are actually worth it, and maybe if you should pull or pass. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Alright, getting into it, guys, we got SSR Yuri a step ahead of summer, and SSR Rutee deals at the beach for the next premium summon coming to Tales of Crestoria. So I'm actually pretty excited because I'm a big Yuri fan. He was the first unit that I pulled for the Earth unit type of Yuri, and now he's going to be a Dark type this time around. So I am building a Dark team. So I'm quite interested to see what he can actually do. Alright, so this is the regular message that we already see. Talks about the increased chance of summoning, all that stuff. And then when performing a 10-time summon, you're guaranteed an SR unit or above. We already know that kind of stuff. However, this is going to be going from Friday, July 31st through Monday, August 17th. So you have just about over 2 weeks to summon for these units if you choose to do so. I'm probably going to go after this one a lot. Just because, like I said, big Yuri fan. He was the first unit that I picked. Building that Dark Element team, and it is what it is. But let's get into what the Memorial Stones are going to be doing. So Yuri's Memorial Stone is at level 100 out of 100. Will have HP 21k, attack 550, defense 850. Looking at this, you're probably like, that's not really that great for an SSR. However, that 21k HP, because Yuri seems to be a tank in this particular game, is going to come so crucial for your teams. Just because we have a lot of units that do not have high HP stats, that have high damage stats. So if you get this Memorial Stone, even at the level 50 version of it, is probably going to have roughly around 15 to 18k HP, maybe about half the attack stat and maybe about half the defense stat, and then the Memorial skill maybe half that as well. So, and then you can build it up obviously through time, but if you're well, obviously, you know, do whatever you want to do, that's just you. But for the rest of us, this is a good start, especially if you have those units like Leon, who does not have a lot of HP. This Memorial Stone can be used for him if you did not or do not have a good damage dealer, or Yuri is not your favorite character to use. But let's get into the actual character himself. Before we even start, guys, as you guys know, disclaimer, his unit is going to be 100% maxed out, level 100 out of 100, with all of his skills maxed out as well. But let's take a look at his HP at 30k, 100, attack at 2750, defense at 2600. I am thinking that he is going to be at base about half of what he's getting right now. I would say roughly around 15k, roughly around, I would say 1800 attack, and roughly around 1800 or 1700 defense. Obviously we know you cannot use his skill unless you max him out, so 99% of us, I know, will not be attempting to go full blown into this character. However, if you guys decide to, you will get access to the loose water cannon skill, which grants 10% max HP to all allies and 10% defense to sword type allies. So not a bad start there. But the main kicker though is his Mystic Art and his first art, Tiger Blade. So his Mystic Art is Crimson Wolf Strike, which is a melee attack at 120% and hits 2 times to all allies. Awesome. Another AoE attacking unit. However, the additional effect is where it gets pretty interesting. 100% chance to decrease attack of all enemies by 20% for those 3 turns. This is going to come clutch, especially in those tower, in the arena, if you're trying to decrease the attack of the enemies you're facing, especially if they're going against the wrong element essentially, or just in general if you want to make your units last longer, right? And then looking at his second art, Tiger Blade, is a melee attack at 130%, which hits 3 times to 1 enemy, but the additional effect is 100% chance to decrease defense of 1 enemy by 10% for 2 turns. Another great debuffing stat right there, because then you'll be able to hit that unit a lot harder once you actually decreases their defense. Pretty much self-explanatory, but you guys know. You gotta know what units you want to use, what units are going to be the best to bring in your party, especially when you're team building, and what kind of strategy you want to go when facing off in the arena or facing off on the tower. Because if you have these units that can do debuffing stats, it's going to increase the amount of damage you do over time with the party that you currently have. And then down here is Art 2, Lone Wolf Charge, which is another melee attack, 200%, hits 4 times to 1 enemy. not bad. This doesn't have an additional effect, but that 200% attack hits times 4 to one enemy is actually pretty good in comparison. He's not going to be the unit that pretty much starts the combo off. He's going to be one of those finishing type units, or at least maybe in the middle, I would say, just kind of continue on the combos and everything. But if you pair him with the right Memorial Stone, that damage increase will be there, especially if you have enough hits prior to him attacking. Alright, well, let's get on to Rutee though. So, looking at her Memorial Stone, she has an HP at 8,500, attack at 650, and defense at 2,000. So you kind of already see where she's going here, right? So her HP not that great in terms of, for Memorial Stone, not that great of providing the extra, right? But the defense is there, 2,000 defense. She's going to be a defensive type Memorial Stone. Tech 6 water with plus 18% critical rate to water allies. It's going to be another Memorial skill if you decide to go after this unit, max it all the way out for the Memorial Stone. This is what you're going to get, essentially a plus 18% crit rate to water allies. Building that water team, this is the Memorial Stone you want to have at least one of those water units to get the rest of the party the same benefit. However, what numbers is she going to be looking at base value? I'm going to predict maybe around 4,005 for HP, maybe around half of that for the attack, maybe 325, 400, and defense obviously maybe 1,000. Still not bad though, just because that defense stat can increase, like I said, over time if you're just increasing your units that you get with those SSR Ascension and Awakening Stones. There you go. You can kind of help yourself increase that potency of the Memorial Stone and basically just help your party out with that defensive stat, especially if you have a unit that needs it, right? And then looking down here at her character unit, we see that she has 23,005 for HP, 3,000 for attack, and 3,000 for defense. Man, that's crazy. Okay, so pretty well balanced in my opinion. 23.5 for HP is not the best, but that attack stat at 3,000 and defense at 3,000 is pretty nice. Not gonna lie, just because not a lot of units have that spread. You know, might not have great HP, but they have amazing attack. But maybe so-so defense, might not have the greatest attack, but have amazing HP. And you guys know how they kind of throw curveballs at us, right? So this is the way you can kind of get around that with just the Memorial Stones in general. Anyway, let's take a look at her arts. So, Mystic Art, Hurricane's End. It is a melee attack at 420%. Hits times 5 to one enemy. That 420% is pretty awesome. Obviously, we know it's at max, but it's still pretty awesome. And then she has Art 1, Acid Rain. Defense down 20% to all enemies for 4 turns. And then Slash Rain, which is a melee attack at 180%, which hits 4 times to one enemy. So, she's pretty awesome as well, but I must say that the prize is definitely going to be Yuri, especially if you're going after another dark unit for your team. And then down here, guys, we have the regarding character voice implementation. So we do know, just like the last banner was, we didn't really have any type of voice on those 2 units. So I'm expecting the same thing. It's not the end of the world. We will have the actual voices down the line, but you just got to be patient. So the question is now, should you pull for these 2 units? And honestly, I gotta say it depends. For me in particular, like I said, guys, throughout the entire video, I'm going after a dark team, right? Because when we do like gold farming, your dark units are gonna be there taking out the rest of the enemies on the field. You have an easier time, get a lot more gold a lot faster, and that's just me and my particular preference. But it's up to you. Do you want to have another dark unit? Because dark units are probably kind of scarce in terms of SSRs, right? Looking at what this Yuri brings, 2750, 2600 defense and attack is pretty even spread, but that HP and his Memorial Stone at 21k HP, it's just something that I can't turn away. Now I do know, like I said, guys, and throughout this entire video, that these are stats at max, but at the same time, you got to realize that they start somewhere, and as you keep getting progressive in the game and get more resources to max those Memorial Stones out and your units out, and it won't matter if you pull that many of them or not. It's over time, right? Do I think that I'll be able to get it before the meta changes, probably, maybe not, who knows. But at the same time, I'm still going for Yuri. For one, he's a personal favorite, and I'm always going to say, guys, go for your personal favorites. And two, just because of what I can see that this character brings with that Memorial Stone, and the fact that he can increase the max HP and defense to sword type allies, which I have plenty of right now. So like I said, it just depends on what you want. I wouldn't go too hard in this banner, just because these are themed banners though, because we have not really seen a banner outside of the release banner and then the first of the summer like banners, right? So we don't know what's down the line, so I wouldn't suggest going too hard into it right now. I'm probably going to do maybe a couple pulls, try to get Yuri. If I get Yuri first, I probably won't go after Rutee, but if I get Rutee, I gotta go after Yuri just because I gotta have him. But that's just me. So you guys think about what I just told you guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Who are you guys going to be pulling for? Are you going to be going for Yuri? Are you going to be going for Rutee? If you decide to go for them, give me the reason why, right? But anyway, I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. I hope you guys did learn something from this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. I have been KDG. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Thanks again for watching, and remember to always walk tall, my friends. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.